Teamwork is not a virtue. Teamwork is not a virtue, it's a choice. It's a strategic decision that we have to make in our organizations. If we decide that we want to operate like a team, then we have to sign up for that like we would any other strategic decision and accept the consequences and the work that it involves and recognize that it's not going to be easy and there's going to be a lot of moments along the way that we're not going to want to do it, but that we recognize that there's a great benefit. The problem is most organizations are interested in the benefits of teamwork, but they're like, as long as I don't have to do something that's costly or painful. And of course, the predominant ethic in our society today is to avoid pain at all costs. But building a team takes some pain. There's a lot of different ways to build teams, but there's only a few ways to screw them up. And that's how I wrote my first book, The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, or my first book on teamwork, I should say. My question to you is this: how do we find people who are capable of being vulnerable and building trust? How do we find people who are willing to engage in conflict? How do we find people that'll commit to a decision even if they didn't agree initially? And how do we find people that will hold each other accountable, as uncomfortable as that might be? And finally, how do we find people who will put the results of the team ahead of their own? Well, I'm going to tell you there's 2 things that we look for in our organization. We've boiled it down to 2 things that we think are universal: humble people and hungry people. People that have humility, are more interested in sharing credit than getting it, and people who are hungry that just like to work hard and get things done.